Hi, today I want to show you how to add an invoice in the iAgri dashboard system. So typically we use an invoice to track the sale of produce off-site, off the farm. So the invoices section is under the financials nav tab down in our left-hand navigation bar. You see it down here. Before we actually get ahead and get into it and add an invoice in, there's a couple of things we should do just to make sure we get the best experience out of adding invoices. The first thing to do is we're going to jump into tax rates up here, and I'm going to set a default sales tax rate. So to do that, we want to go down to our 15% GST on income here, and I'm just going to make that our default for sales. Save that. And the other thing I want to do is under our systems tab down here, site settings, I'm just going to jump in here and set under site financials. I want to set in our GST number, which I'm just going to make up on the spot. And I'm going to set an invoice payment period here. Set it to whatever I want, but I'm going to make it 28 days in our case. Save that. Okay, now I'm going to go into the invoicing page. And when I load that, it'll show all the invoices I've already got on the system and their status. And what I want to do is use the add button up here just to create a new invoice. Okay, so you should notice that it's created a new blank invoice here. The issue date is defaulting to today's date, and it has pushed our due date out to 28 days in the future based on that system setting that I made earlier. It's also added a blank invoice line in here and defaulted that tax type to the default sales tax type that I chose earlier on. Okay, so first thing I want to do is specify who my customer is going to be. So if I start typing in the name of who it is, it comes up with a list of all the other parties in the system that match it. So I'm just going to sell it to Jonathan today, and I'll sell Jonathan some hay bales. Selling some conventional bales. That account code for that, I'm going to put that on my hay sales account. And I can type either in the name for that there and it'll show me the list, or I could actually start typing in the code as well. So if I was to type 3112, if I know the code, it's going to give me that account code exactly. Price today, let's say $20 for Jonathan, and it's selling 50. So there's a line added in. As you can see, it's been calculating the total as we go, including the GST on that, adding that down at the bottom of the invoice as well. But let's say I've got a special running, and it is buy one, get one half price. So I'm going to sell some more bales, discounted ones. Let's say the price on those is 20. For every one that he gets at full price, he's going to get a 50% discount on another one. So again, it's added that line and calculated the totals, added the totals at the bottom. When I'm happy with my invoice, click the save button up here, save that for me, and it'll just reload it from the system. Now what I can do is send that. Now you'll see that it hasn't filled in the email address for Jonathan here. So let's just go back out of this, edit the invoice again. And what I'm going to do is go up into our customer record, and I'm just going to add an email address for Jonathan here. Now if I save my invoice again, use the send button. See, it's pre-filled the email address for that contact record in there. Now every time I have anything to do with this contact, it's going to know what the email address is. I can also change the message in here. I'll just put my name at the bottom here. Regards, Frank. Send that. So that invoice is going to be sent through the iAgri server to that email address with the invoice attached. But I can also do things the old-fashioned way by mailing them out. So up here I've got the print button. If I click on that, the system will return me a printable version of the invoice that I can print on my local printer. And you'll notice that the GST number that we filled in earlier on is filled in on that invoice template as well. Okay, so when I've finished printing that, we can exit, close that tab on our browser, takes us back to the invoice. All right, thank you very much for your time.